젠장. 아니, 어차피 가츄 그놈이 공시가의 복수를 위해 너를 찾아가겠지. 나는 알고 있어, 가보. 사실 공시 가문이 멸한 건 교묘한 계략에 보기 좋게 걸려들었기 때문이라는 걸 가져도 만족해하지 않는 대관원 놈들.
혓바닥이 길군. 모든 패배자들이 그랬듯이.
패배자? 나는 패배자가 아니었어. 단 한 번도 그런
대호, 왜 우리를 도와준 거니?
엄밀하게 말해 반도련님이 아닌 보차 아가씨가 제 주인이기 때문입니다. 그리고 도련님의 말이 틀렸다고 말해주고 싶었습니다. 보옥 오라버니, 아무리 흑수들이 깊숙이 대관원에 스며들어 있다고 한들 오라버니의 모든 말과 행동을 알 수 있는 건 아닐 겁니다. 근데 가모님은 어떻게 오라버니의 모든 것을 다 알고 계셨던 건가요?
이건 내가 직접 제조하고 있는 환이라네. 자네의 남편 덕에 만들 수 있었던 거야. 내게 많은 지원을 해주었지. 자네를 놀래게 해준다며 비밀로 두라 하였으니 모른 척 하고 있게.
하지만 이렇게 귀한 걸 제가 받아도 되는 것입니까?
귀한 것이기에 자네에게 주는 것이지. 장차 태어나게 될 아이도 공시가를 이끌고 누구보다 귀하게 자랄 아이가 아닌가.
가모, 저는 이 아이에게는 지금과 다른 홍원을 보여주고 싶습니다. 가모님처럼 환경에 굴하지 않고 떳떳하게 올라갈 수 있는 홍원 말입니다.
그대의 행동 거지가 빚은 업에 따라 뱃속의 아이가 들어서는 법이니 보고 듣고 취하는 것들이 귀하면 자연스레 태어나는 아이도 귀하게 나올 것이다.
조금 더 욕심을 부린다면 가모님의 영특함을 조금이나마 닮으면 좋겠군요. 보가 우리 가문의
복이 왔느냐?
너를 오매불망 기다리고 있었단다. 가모님, 이제 한 달도 채 남지 않았습니다.
진행은 순조롭다. 올바른 결과를 얻을 수 있을 게야.
결과에는 의심한 점 없습니다. 하지만 부디 용서하십시오. 무례한 말이지만 가모님이 원하는 게 무엇인지 저도 윤곽이 잡혀갑니다. 저는 모든 배합 장면을 이미 보았습니다, 가모님. 그게 무슨 뜻인지 가모님은 아시지 않습니까?
대관원을 잊은 것이냐? 네가 내게 충성하는 것은 곧 대관원에 충성하는 것과 같을 터 가주인 내가 너의 후일을 모른 척할 거라 생각하느냐?
하지만 알겠습니다, 가모님.
아니, 이미 마음은 미혹에 빠졌군. 서자도 얼마 남지 않았어.
할머니, 저는 할머니가 제일 아끼는 보물이죠.
그렇단다, 보호가.
그럼 말씀해 주세요. 한 달 후에는 이곳에서 무슨 일이 일어나는 건가요?
보호가 부끄러움도 모르고 오만하게 구는 그 가문을 단 한치의 자비도 없이 패가망신시키는 가장 확실한 방법이 무엇인 줄 아느냐? 머리를 쓰는 거란다. 위험이 따르긴 하지만 그만큼 가치가 있지. 머리는 무엇보다 철저하니까 말이다.
스빈, 나 이제 어떡하지? 이젠 옛날처럼 무슨 일이 있었냐고 묻지도 않네. 제게 물어보아도 달라지는 것은 없습니다, 도련님. 앞으로 엄청 무서운 일이 일어날 건데 나는 어떻게 해야 할까? 이곳에서 일어나는 많은 일에는 옳고 그름을 따질 필요가 없습니다. 차를 내어올까요, 도련님? 나는
명 받았습니다.
이건 직원들에게 유리한 상황 같아요. 이 상황을 개체를 제압하는 데 이용할 수 있을지도.
흑수묘
시비수의
뒷박질춤.
이 앞에 숨쉬는 자 누구 하나 살려 보내지 마라.
숨통 끊기.
개체에게 치명적인 손상을 입히는 데 성공했습니다. 앞으로의 전투를 이대로만
준
부탁드리겠습니다.
것 같아. 교육팀 직원다운 완벽한 공격이었어. 조금만 더 힘내자. 이제 정말 개체의 제압까지 얼마 남지 않았어.
흑수묘 뒷박질춤.
단번에 우위를 점하셨군요. 이 기세라면 이번 경기도 바람 승리하실 수 있을 겁니다. 아가씨, 빨리 봐라. 완벽한 승리 축하드립니다, 아가씨. 이 정도의 성과라면 4대 가문의 자제들도 인정할 수밖에 없을 겁니다.
좋은 수업 덕분이지. 배운 게 많았어. 이런 임무는 뱀 중에서도 내가 제일이지.
저희에게 유리한 상황입니다. 이대로 승리까지 이끌어가 보도록 하죠.
흑수묘
시리수에게
빈박질 중.
이 아들 숨지는 자 누구 하나 살려보내지 마라.
숨통 끊기.
단번에 우위를 점하셨군요. 이 기세라면 이번 경기도 무난히 승리하실 수 있을 겁니다.
이 정도 상류의 허덕이다.
개체에게 치명적인 손상을 입히는 데 성공했습니다. 앞으로의 전투도 이대로만 부탁드리겠습니다.
받아볼 텐가.
깨우치시게. 제압 개체에게
바람 불어오는
것
대로
같아.
짓밟아라.
이 팀의 직원들은 완벽히
물론
공격이었어.
올바른 방법으로
완벽한
개체에게
승리
일격을
축하드립니다,
가했군요.
아가씨. 이
이것이
정도의 성과라면
바로 정보의
4대
힘입니다.
가문의 자제들도 인정할 수밖에 없을 겁니다.
좋은 수업 덕분이지. 배운 게 많았어.
야음을 틈타.
갑자기 나를 도와준다니 이건 무슨 수작질이지?
수상쩍은 데가 없진 않으나 특별히 이상한 점은 없군요.
어쩌겠지. 잘 생각해보라고. 자,
12수의
어느 쪽일지 잘 생각해보라고.
숨쉬는 자라 누구 하나 살려보내지 마라.
저희가 우세한 상황입니다. 이미 매뉴얼을 대여섯 번은 어긴 직원들도 보이는데 이 책임은 다음에 묻도록 하죠.
명령에 따르겠습니다.
상담에서 알려준 대로 잘했어. 역시 상담 프로그램을 진행하는 건 다른 일이야.
본인의 승리일세.
완벽한 승리 축하드립니다, 아가씨. 이 정도의 성과라면 4대 가문의 자제들도 인정할 수밖에 없을 겁니다.
좋은 수업 덕분이지. 배운 게 많았어.
이런 임무는 뱀 중에서도 내가 제일이지.
저희에게 유리한 상황입니다. 이대로 승리까지 이끌어가 보도록 하죠.
일기당치 12수의 명령이다. 이 앞에 숨쉬는 자 누구 하나 단번에 우위를 점하셨던 길을 이 기술하면 방금의 움직임
해충들을
도려낼 것 없이 100점 만점입니다, 아가씨.
손 끊기.
이런 것쯤이야. 눈 감고
묘요.
다음에 다른 개체에게도 다시 해볼래요? 영상으로 남기면
개체에게 치명적인 손상을 입히는데 성공했습니다. 앞으로의 전투 이대로만 부탁드리겠습니다.
물론껏 꺾고 제쳐라.
올바른 방법으로 개체에게 일격을 가했군요. 이것이 바로 정보의 힘입니다.
Test. Can you hear me?
Yes.
No,
Okay.
not at all. Soms, you're allowed on stage, but only if you use a mic.
I think we need to get Jace in here to like keep things going, keep the conversation flowing. Spazzy maybe.
Oh yes,
Get
Spazzy as
Jace
well.
and
Where's he
Spazzy
gone?
in just in case.
Jamie,
Where has Spazzy gone? I pinged him. I think he might be a bit distracted looking at the stuff in game at the moment.
Because every single time I alt tab, my game just decides to crash.
Oh, I've been invited to speak? I've never needed an invitation before.
We thought it got a little quiet.
Oh, well, we can work on that. The problem is that it's not natural unless you've got everybody trying to talk over each other. You learned that one way back in the old TeamSpeak, where whoever was loudest was Fleet Commander.
Hey, that's how real life works, right?
Yeah, and it worked out great. If you just start
Your
screaming,
avatar
it doesn't.
is...
It's totally appropriate for this. That's how it worked out in Core. You just have somebody be really, really loud in TeamSpeak, and it works out great. Right orders, wrong orders, whatever, as long as everybody's doing the same thing, it usually works out.
In my experience, rarely does it work out. I'm trying to get people to call
You just weren't loud enough.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah, I suppose the main difference between Discovery VC today and 15 years ago is none of us are 12 anymore.
For better and for worse.
Yeah.
We weren't using Discord
physically,
either,
maybe.
but
I still missed TeamSpeak.
Oh, TeamSpeak was a good time for all involved, unless you're Spazzy sitting there spying on me, trying to get me banned, in which case, not so good.
I mean,
the best feature was text channel per voice channel.
Ooh,
and
yes.
private.
I really liked the fact that I could poke people and bother them. That worked out great. Hey, wake up!
I miss the country flags, so you can just look at a random voice, like random TeamSpeak channel, and you just see all Serbians, and it's like, I don't want to go there.
All Russians, and you know there's fixing to be 14 Rancers outside Manhattan in the next 20 minutes as they undock from Rochester.
Yeah.
That's when you call Impy and start logging Defiance with 1500 Solaris.
You guys use Ventrilo back in the day?
I might have Asco Fiasco somewhere.
Jace, question. Would you rather have 1500 range Solaris or Razor Pulse combos?
1500 Solaris every single day of the week.
What about Catamaran Bombers and Dragonfly Missile Gunboat?
I'm sorry, I'm having a PTSD-induced like flashback right now of like red cats and cats.
Yeah.
Awful, horrendous.
Red cats and double mini razors.
Oh. That. Go on.
Go on.
I was gonna say that and old SCRA when Blunt Pencil still led it, and they ran under Xeno IFF Xeno ID in Greyhounds with full Archangels and mini razors.
Yeah.
That was before my time in SCRA. That was a while ago.
Yeah, I
joined-
remember
fleeing!
that.
Catch him! He's fleeing!
Fleeing into the field. What the hell? Come back.
No, I remember like really old SCRO. That was like I was in the Benitez at the time, the Corsairs, and that led to the funniest Corsair civil war, which was the Brotherhood and the Benitez getting into a shooting fight because the Benitez were offended by the SCRA insulting them, and at the time the coalition were Corsair allies. So you had like a Xeno IFF Osiris outside Crete fighting Hessian.
Oh, it's the man himself.
Is the stage is on? Cool.
Welcome in.
Okay, hello.
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 Hi.
Welcome.
Can the man speak? I accepted myself in this voice chat. I invaded it.
Thank you. I'm not sure whom of you I know.
Probably very few.
It has been a hot minute.
Yeah, nice to meet
I know
you all.
Jamie. I know Jamie is prehistoric in terms of Discovery Age.
Worthy back then as well, so.
This. Yeah.
I think the oldest member still around is Sol. He has an account from 2005.
Jesus.
Wow. All right. Damn.
But isn't Fire Silver's forum account also like the 603rd or something? Or is that just the most recent forum accounts? I thought we had a really old forum account somewhere on the staff team.
I think mine's 2007.
Yeah.
Nah, that's New Age.
True.
Oh, I guess that
I
makes
mean,
me New Age.
The dev team in general just basically had a full reshuffle of every 7 years or so, if not less.
Yeah, it's like a big rotating, constantly rotating anyway, even outside of that.
Only Hayes prevailed.
Yep.
At some point, Discovery and becomes something of a ship of Theseus. Someone was making this point earlier about how the staff have all sort of rotated out. Most of the player base is rotated around, and we're still going in a slightly different form. But
And every dev team spends half its time undoing the mess of the previous dev team.
That's the first order of business.
The mess.
Yeah, I think Corket's probably right that it's probably Treeworm is the oldest kind of like long-running dev.
Oh yeah, you know Tree
Is
Room,
he
right?
here now?
We should be able. Can we get a tree worm in here? Why isn't
Is he alive? Hold up.
Studio.
He is Showing is offline, but that if you ping him, sometimes he appears.
He's currently typing to me in DMs. Tell Igus I say hi. I'm stuck with work right now.
Nix
All right.
just said
Alright,
in the
I'll
chat
tell
that
him.
he
Oh.
is at work.
He's busy. Yep.
It's over.
Forward
Being an adult.
him my follow, please. Also.
All right, I will.
I got lots of work too, actually, but not right now. But yeah. So,
Well, go ahead.
Right
Sorry.
now, you
I
can
just
spend your time basking in the fact that you're a niche internet micro celebrity. So,
Basically.
How do
Yeah,
you
that's so
feel now that
nice.
your mod is still going 20 years later?
I really feel good about it. I did not expect it. Well, I did not expect anything actually at that point. I didn't have any plan. Which is probably the reason why I couldn't
That's
afford
never
this
changed.
project for its lifetime. But yeah, I'm really happy that it's still around. I sometimes talk about it with my friends and tell them about it, and they kind of, yeah.
Well, now you can tell that for some reason, inexplicably, mysteriously, it's still going on 20 years later. So there you go. That's something cool to say.
yeah, for better or for worse. Yeah, we are still here.
So, how about the game settings? How do I disable music and sound? I actually forgot how to do it.
F1.
Yes, right.
That is one of those weird freelancerisms.
I guess, do you tell your dates about your mod too?
Wow.
Weird flex.
I very
Even I sure
rarely
do.
use anyone.
Like, I'm a developer for this niche community.
I very rarely date people who are into gaming, unfortunately. There are not many people who are into gaming, not many girls into gaming.
Just create them.
I'm trying.
Igus, quick question. Do you remember you put us on the map by landing a interview in one of your gaming journals, I think. What was the name of it? Because I'm trying to find it.
Sorry, can you come again? I didn't...
At some point in time, you landed Discovery Freelancer in a magazine about gaming.
I think the answer to this is actually on the old wiki, because there is a page on there which is the timeline of the Discovery mod, as in like the meta mod, not the in-universe stuff.
Yeah,
Let me see if I
because
can
the
find
player
that.
count basically tripled.
I actually don't remember this exact event. I think it was one of those things that even if I did it, I did not do it alone, probably. There was some team behind it.
In 2006,
April
you got more than a year.
2010, featured in the largest Russian gaming
2006?
magazine, but the link is broken.
Oh, really?
Oh man, that's pretty cool.
So 2010, by that point, we were already well into the maxing out the 200 players all the time territory. So
definitely, yeah.
I don't know that the tripling
Oh,
of
man.
thing would match with that.
Actually, that single event might have hard carried Discovery for like another 10 years plus. If we were already at the top and then we just got like 100 billion more players afterwards. That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Oh, someone just posted the link in the event stage. Thanks, hello.
I found the it's Igramania.
Ah, Igramania. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, did someone already find the link in news and announcements?
Oh.
Here is the
magazine still
link to
going today?
Here's the link to the actual thread where Igus announced it.
Dude, we did win Mod DB. Mod of the
Yeah,
year.
in 2006. That's wacky. Best.
Yeah, we
won it
we
with
won it.
479.
That's 3 years after the game released. Just 3 years. Can you fucking imagine that? Jesus.
I think we we won Mod of the Year a couple of times, but I think there was one after the wiki page stopped being updated as well.
Hold on a second. Didn't Discovery release in 2006? Freelancer released in 2003.
Yes.
We released in 2005.
Yeah.
But that was a ship pack.
A year later, a ship pack gets modded. Oh man, that's how you know standards were like up high in 2006. That's actually base. That's awesome. You know people liked Freelancer in that case. Or ModTV was like the most niche site in the world. One of the two.
It still is. Don't worry.
Nexus mods is now a thing. Yeah.
Okay, let's.
I was saying
ModTV is not doing too bad.
Okay, well, 20th anniversary. Let's get more there on Nexus mods. Sounds pretty simple.
We should
Discovery
update
Nexus
ModTV for
mods.
the new update, for sure.
Let's update
Didn't we
Nexus
get it?
mods.
Oh, no, we didn't. We got to like the top 100 or something a year or two ago, right? I don't think we got further.
Yeah,
than
yeah.
that.
When 5.0 came out, we did a big publicity drive, and yeah, we got into the finalists, but we didn't clear the. Yeah.
At some point, our player count got so high that we started sleeping on the ModDB page.
Yeah, I can see that. If
So
you
I
get
remember
Discovery,
and
Lith says if you get Discovery on Nexus mods, it will mean British people need to verify their ID to access it.
It's all,
we were already on Nexus mods.
We do have a Nexus mods page. Yeah, we do actually have.
Yeah,
one.
we also set that one up for 5.0.
Arnold in the chat asks, Aegis, what is your favorite faction to fly or to play?
At least
I guess
back
a slightly more fair question would be
Probably past
which
tense,
is your favorite NPC faction?
Yeah, I wanted to follow up about this Hygromania thing. I actually did nothing to put out there, and well, I now remember more of it. They just took information from ModDB, and I myself was paying a lot of attention to ModDB back then because I thought that it was like the main site where we could circulate and get our players. So I tried to put all the content in there as frequently as I could. So yes, they just took the information from there. They probably saw that we won some of the Mod of the Year rewards that year or past year, and they just added us to their page. So I didn't bribe anyone to do it in a Russian magazine, and it was a surprise for me as well. I don't actually know anyone from Hygromania, any journalists from there. I used to have a friend who studied with me on a law facility in Moscow State University, who worked in Hygromania for some time, but he was involved into cybersport, and he had nothing to do with that. And he probably wasn't even working there in 2009. I actually don't remember. So yeah, it's a nice memory, I think. About factions which I used to like, actually used to fly for many factions. I liked Outcast ships particularly. I liked Crusades also. I liked Lane Hackers. I liked
Based.
various Bretonian.
What about Galleon?
Galleon.
Yeah, various Bretonian outlaw factions.
Molly's.
Remind me.
Molly's Gaians.
Yes,
EMM Gateway.
The ones from Dublin, I don't remember the name.
Yeah, those were the Mollies. Yeah,
Mollies. Yeah.
Mollies.
Yeah,
yes,
the
right.
Mollies actually took Dublin. They blew up the jump gate and kicked the Baff out for a little bit anyway.
Great.
Good job.
I didn't like flying for military a lot, really, or for
good. That's
for corporate factions. I did some trading back in the days when I was playing a lot. But trading for me was mostly like to get some cash and grab some better ship. I'm surprised that Stiletto costs more than a Saber now. Was it always that way, or do I remember
I think that's
something?
very recent because we put in some ship customization with power plants and stuff, and I suspect the base value of the basic power plant is bumping it up above like the Saber slightly.
It shouldn't be. It should be pretty cheap.
It is pretty cheap, but all the fighters are so cheap. It probably makes the difference.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We've just had
to be honest, it's all
question.
rounding errors. Yeah.
Yeah, we just had a question in game as well. Someone's just asked, how did you come up with the idea to create the Discovery Freelancer mod?
So the idea was just to make a bigger universe and add some more ships. For me, the main flaw, I guess, of Freelancer was the lack of new places to discover, and I tried to just put some more places on the map. Also, there seemed to be some kind of demand for new ships, so I started searching for new ships and adding ships that I could find and could add. There were actually some issues because I borrowed one or two ships without permissions and had to delete them, but those were some rookie mistakes because I didn't actually
I think that's a tale as old as Freelancer modding itself.
yeah, I think it happens in modding a lot, but I was inexperienced at that point in any sorts of game day stuff. I did start working in game development shortly after Discovery was published, but I did not actually create any full-scale mods before that. I did some modding for Morrowind and for... Yes, it was Morrowind, and that's pretty much it. I didn't mod anything else.
Yeah,
yes,
I remember back in the day there was like an Elder Scrolls forum as well as a part of Discovery, wasn't there?
Yes, there was. It got through several iterations, and I think it's gone now, but my Elder Scrolls interests faded a lot quicker than Freelancer interests. I was logged...
Go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I was logged out of the server. I will try to log in again. Please go ahead.
There is a good question in the actual game. Was Discovery always supposed to be an RP server, or was it all about new content at first? I'm assuming it was content first, but the question is, why did it become a roleplay server?
Oh, it's a good question. It's probably more not for me, but for the admin team. You said RP, and what is the alternative word? I didn't catch it.
The question that the player asked was Discovery always supposed to be an RP server, or was it all about the new content at first? So ship pack stuff, more ships, more systems.
Yes, I understand. It was mostly about content at first. But for me, Freelancer was kind of roleplay to begin with, so I wasn't attentive to roleplay at all times, and I think that the point was to keep the universe intact, because at that time there were lots of mods which kind of did strange things to the universe, added out of the universe ships, which we also had, but not that many, and tried to convert Freelancer into something completely different, or convert it into some other universe, Star Trek universe, Battlestar universe, or something else. So my idea was to just keep the original and add some more stuff to it. And for me, yes, it was important to keep the factions, the relations between factions, things like that. I was not that deep into restricting players to roleplay, because I thought that in the beginning everyone could play as they liked to. I think some people role-played since the very beginning, and some did not, and later it just changed, but it was not like my decision from the beginning.
That is actually really interesting. I didn't expect you to have been like the role player guy at the beginning, actually. And turns out that if you allow players to alter the game world, things change drastically.
The role-playing aspect is probably what gave it the staying power.
Oh,
which is why
absolutely,
it's still
absolutely.
here. Like,
It's
there's
the
no
only
way
reason
without
people
it.
are
Yeah.
invested. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying
This
it was bad. Yeah, God bless. I'm so happy it was, but it's just you just mentioned how you wanted to keep the faction relations and stuff, and how they changed.
Speaking of faction relations, then this is another one from in-game. How'd you come up with Gallia as a concept? Was it I need another big bad that isn't the nomads, or was there some other kind of deeper decision making behind it?
Yeah, there's a lot of questions about Gallia in general, so just talk to us about Gallia.
There were many factors
Explain
actually.
yourself.
The main thing was that I wanted to put a large region on the map, and I wanted to make it pretty big, even compared to other houses. So yes, for me the primary motivation was that. I also wanted to create some kind of interesting storyline about it. It was not like to make the Galleons the main bad guys overall. I think the idea, I don't know how they turned out to be right now, but the idea was that they're not like inherently bad, but just vengeful and trying
Expansionists.
trying to take what is theirs, something like that. So yeah, it's pretty evil actually. I'd agree with you, but so the concept was to create this complicated region with lots of tensions within it and some power struggles and of course lots of new ships and I think at that time we just started to make great new models for ships and other stuff. So Gallia, I think, was one of the first huge places which got a lot of those new models for everything. I think it turned out to be good. I know that some players thought that it was too empty at that point. I'm not sure what the sentiment is right now. I really wanted it to have more systems, and some of those new systems were pretty empty, and I think we got rid of a few of them, a few new systems, but overall, I believe it turned out to be pretty good.
Yeah, I think the Gallic War ended up being one of Discovery's kind of like flagship standout storylines in terms of things that people remember, and like a lot of new players that come in now are very surprised that there was a war on the server that lasted for almost a real life decade. And I think that's the kind of thing that puts the like the mods kind of longevity into perspective for a lot of people, is that there was a literal faction war that nearly went on for a decade.
If I'm not actually mistaken, then I'm pretty sure that the precursor events to the unveil of Gallia, in this case I mean the Tau three-way between BAF, KNF, and Gallia, it was one of the first times we had actual like huge scale PvP events that weren't hosted on the separate PvP server, because hey, remember that? We used to have two servers.
Oh yeah, the PvP server. Oh.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah,
I don't remember.
PvP server was always quiet though.
So I think
everything was always on the RP server.
Yeah, because at some point people said, "Oh, we're going to defend all the RPers from the PvPers," and then people realized, "Oh, wait, people like both."
I think the event you're referring to would have been like the late 2011. We're running 8.5, but in the lead up to 8.6 arriving type event. Yeah,
because the GRN already had their ships. Yeah.
Yeah,
but it was one of those standout events that we had.
Oh yeah,
actual huge battles.
Yeah, whole separate
and
server
actually,
for it.
and like the moment Gallia was revealed, I love the fact that one of the things that blew everyone's minds was seeing planets that weren't on the, on the level. Planets above
off the plane.
Actual verticality to the system, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. I remember being mesmerized by that shit. I loved Galadea's that.
Ile de France with the double layered trade lanes and the vertical connections on the trade lanes as well in the original version.
That too, and New Palace had multiple trading docking lanes.
We only got rid of those recently.
What is a good way to make screenshots right now from Freelancer? Because I guess Windows Tools don't really work with it.
It's still saved. It's still saved in my pictures under Freelancer as BMP files because.
Which key is it? I don't remember.
Print screen.
Print screen.
Yeah, just print screen. And it will be
Oh, yeah,
under
okay.
pictures and Freelancer shots.
I found it. Thank you.
There was a question in game saying, is there anything you wanted to have done before you stepped away?
Oh, I shouldn't. I should have done a lot of things, but there was a moment when I just didn't have enough time. And I was trying to keep in touch with the development, but I kind of always couldn't find enough strength in me, I guess, to uphold the necessary time requirements and everything else.
Pretty sure Discovery developers are very well aware of that emotion. It has happened so many times to so many people.
It's a pretty time-consuming hobby to have, yeah.
There's been questions about how you sort of got started. Like, how did you first find people to like volunteer to help develop the mod after you started it?
That is a good question.
Like the formation of the first admin team, for example.
Yeah, like and staff as well as devs, yeah. Which I guess were the
Yes,
same thing
I
at the
actually
time.
didn't look for anyone intentionally. I was pretty new to the Freelancer community, and I did visit some forums. I did some announcements. Players that just came to see the mod, and some of them remained, and some of them got interested in how to play the game in a serious way, and at that point the early admin team formed. Well, at first we didn't need a lot of admins, of course. Like, I was administering server for quite some time, and there were one or two people which sometimes came online and resolved some disputes, and then I think in half a year or a year we had a lot more players, and among those players we just... And there were people willing to help. And out of those people, gradually the first admin team was formed. I think it was like this. I'm sure there are some details which I missed right now, because there were, of course, discussions of the mod on various boards, message boards dedicated to Freelancer. And I think that many people could just spot those discussions. Probably also spotting that we don't have a lot of admins, and they could try and join, offer their services, but I don't remember the specifics. Maybe some of you do. I don't know how did you become admins, actually? Can you tell your stories while we're at it?
Only got a couple admins in here, I think.
Yes.
Secret is to either get banned or nearly get banned. I think that's the pattern we generally...
multiple times.
Yeah, but over the years, what they're alluding to is that over the years we've had a few people who have gotten banned, successfully appealed over time and gotten unbanned, and then eventually made their way into the staff team.
Am I the only admin here, technically?
Yeah, I think Five Silver is the only official admin here. There are a few developers kicking around who have some administrative like permissions, but admin team wise, we've got Five Silver, and there's a couple of other admins who aren't on the call right now.
Syndromes is an ex-admin.
Syndromes is an
Yeah,
ex-admin. There's a couple of
And
ex-admins.
also ex-band person.
A few times, but no, like my story was literally I wanted to focus. Like I started making these small kind of personal events, like placing caches around, dropping hints on the forums, and letting people find them. And then I started doing these things together with admin support. And basically, I said, "Hey, can I just like apply for event manager sort of thing?" And they said, "Well, you kind of need server level access for that sort of thing. So, go apply, be a mod, become an admin." And that's basically what happened.
Interesting.
Fair enough. I guess my story is a little bit different. I had played when I was a teenager on Discovery, like 2007, 2008, around that time. And then through the 2010s, I didn't really play that much. And then around the COVID era, I was kind of going through a rough time, and then randomly opened up the Discovery webpage because I still had the bookmark and was amazed that it was still going. And so I jumped back in and was amazed at all the new stuff and stuff like that. And then eventually, after like enjoying it again, I sort of realized that it's kind of crazy that it's lasted this long, and I wondered how everything worked on the back end and like how stressful it was, like what the community dynamic was. And so I was just like, well, if I wanted to last a couple more years, I should probably pitch in and help. So that was what led me to apply.
Wrestling to the step.
I'm still here.
Came to the
Well,
walls.
You certainly lasted much more than I did. I literally burned out.
I think a lot
Who
of
hasn't at this point? Did
is.
so maybe he'll burn out from Discovery and then come back and then burn out again and then come back again.
People are apparently
it's very
asking how
up and
I
down,
made
isn't
it.
it? Yeah.
Hayes was like a normal player, became a balanced dev, burned out 50 times, came back, burned out 50 times
The way it
again.
worked for me specifically, I don't know the exact year, but I was invited to a like balance council, a Skype chat by Irelm.
Did you have to wear a robe with a hood on it?
Irelm and Blodo, I believe, actually back then. Where we all gave loads and loads of advice that was promptly discarded, as far as I'm aware. I don't think anything was ever. I don't remember a single thing ever being implemented. But I do remember doing a lot of like looking at hitboxes and looking at like gun balance, and being trying to sort of create a pattern there where there wasn't one, to create like a system to balance it out. And I think at some point Irel must have gotten really tired of me nagging, and just gave me the means to do it myself. And that's kind of where things went from. From there, I ended up at some point becoming like a department head when we decided that was the thing we wanted to have. Yeah. Then I quit at some point, 2016, 2017, one of those, I think. Not entirely sure because it's a blur filled with a lot of Dota 2. And then I came back in 2020 during COVID, when we got our sort of COVID resurgence. Applied with the world's lowest effort application post, I believe, and here we are.
I think the reason that you had listed is like, oh, why do you want to join? Or like, are you qualified to join? And you were like, you know me, lol.
It's a very shitty post, yeah.
Yeah. I know my application. I
know I was approached by K's whether or not I was serious about my post. Like, do you actually mean it, or is this some sort of shit post? Like, I remember reading back on it a little bit as well, because now I can see the department heads chat and stuff like that, and you can kind of see people had no idea what to do with that app. So that's kind of funny. So now I've been allowed to ruin Discovery for the past couple of years.
I think my favorite takeaway from those times is, who the hell balanced this? Haste?
That's still going on today. That is still going on today.
That's not
the anger towards haste is like so visceral. It's crazy.
If you go for a look around con, there is actually a light show that spells that out.
The best part about that whole thing was that I'm pretty sure that initially who balanced this haste was just a complete lie. every single time people asked that, it wasn't
No,
his fault.
it's just Skorak. And it wasn't even, it's just Skorak in Spazzy's video. It's still on YouTube.
Really?
And it is in fact about it is about something that I didn't do. That I do know. It was like, it was 1500-meter range Solaris that Jace so loves that were killing his Liberty Dreadnought or something, and he just had no counterplay, right? But I know I touched none of that. Yeah, that was definitely not my doing.
I'm pretty sure Skorak was mad about a bomber soloing his dread or something.
It's very unlikely I did much with that either.
Skorak is a nice man. I want to talk shit, so I know he's a nice man, but what wasn't Skorak mad about? Let's be fair. Like, Skorak was all upset.
My favorite person to troll, affectionately, and sometimes less affectionately.
Spazzy, do you see the jump gate in the distance towards the sun? If you go there, you will see the lights spell out "Who balanced this? Haste," and then a wreck next to it.
Speaking of
first time I got, like, remember Firestalker drones? The first fucking thing that they did.
Well, I found the video and
to
me
fly
link.
into the sun.
Speaking of who balanced this and who put things in games, is Aegis interested at all to like look at the game, like the systems and the gameplay systems, the ships, all that stuff? I feel like if we do that, it might take a while unless we just speed run it. So just figured I'd throw it out there if he's interested.
Just
well, I mean, like Antonio suggested that maybe we have a very short sightseeing tour of the inside of a Singularity.
What?
We can do I think Earhart is quite enjoyable as well. There's a couple places we can go.
I mean, Fisher is pretty cool recently because it looks so interesting. And then you have
I mean, we could take all the people in con and just do a mass dive into the black hole.
God.
You just
yes, that sounds nice, actually. That sounds great.
Unfortunately, I think we need Angar to figure out the logistics of making that jump.
We already prepared everything.
What could it be behind New Haven?
Wow, that was easy.
Behind New Haven, there's a jump hole. Let's go.
Okay.
LSF jump hole. It says.
Yeah, that's a funny bug. I still haven't figured that one out.
We can hear you, Aegis, by the way.
Okay, everyone into the hole.
Can you hear? Can you hear me?
Giggity.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
We can hear you.
Remember to slow dock with this thing. To be maximum.
So it's all.
God. Okay.
Yeah, we
takes 4 ships at once.
tried to.
We
I'm
lost.
trying to find Tyrion so I can invite him. Can you request priority speaker, Tyrion? It's hard to find you in the list of people.
We lost Stigis.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can get him. We can get him back. We can get him back. We've got him.
Yeah, there we go. Just invited Tyrion as well.
I think something happened.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey.
Tyrion can fill in the gaps of my Dota-filled memory.
Holy shit, it's Tyrion.
Is Aegis in game to join us?
Yes, I'm in game, but I'm getting disconnected from time to time. So, okay, I do have time, and I'm interested. The thing is, I will need to leave for about maybe 50 minutes in about an hour from now. But then I will come back, and I'm not sure if anyone will be here by that time, but if yes, we can continue.
We've been
I don't mind.
years, my dude.
Yeah,
True.
we'll definitely have some people. It might not have everyone, but.
Yeah, I feel like.
Just remember as well,
That
everyone.
slowed up is impressive, by the way.
Yeah, just remember as well that this system does have gravity, and if you just sit still, you will be pulled into the black hole.
Nice.
Eventually.
Hopefully, he didn't just get spoiled that was the what's behind the system. I hope he's in the system already.
I'm in the system, yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, like Discovery has made a few advancements in tech and visuals and stuff over the years, as you can tell. That's why I wanted to.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I think that broken up planet is amazing.
Is an event system that we've been using for the past couple of days in the 20th anniversary events.
Yep. And look, off-plane planets! Holy shit! With the tech!
Okay, just one moment. I will now disconnect from my notebook and reconnect from some other device because switching to Freelancer and back makes it unstable for some reason. So
Yeah, don't
just
alt
wait.
tab. Don't alt tab.
We think we have some.
Wait
I
a
think we've got some bugs in there at the moment, right? There's definitely some reports in.
Yeah, I hoped it would be gone by now, but it isn't.
In terms of tech, I think one of the more interesting moments in quote recent memory was the atmospheric battles on planet Pittsburgh, where people would just go in and suddenly they're on the planet basically.
Yeah, I think the barges might as well just start cruising now, because they're going to be here a while.
We might have to leave the barges back.
Please, nobody CD them.
Yeah, that's the thing. Actually, we are going to set a speed record for the barge because gravity lets you exceed your speed limit.
Just make sure it's patient for the Aegis to come back, okay?
Won't the anti-cheat kill them?
No, it doesn't. Not for gravity.
Oh, fair enough.
Speak up, Tyrion. You'll get your space.
So you were talking about suddenly becoming a department head one day?
Maybe wait until Aegis is back for that story.
I don't know if it matters that much for his experience.
I mean, he did act. He was harassed for it, but I don't know.
Let the man
It's all in a little while.
I mean, the barges are experiencing speed that they have never seen before in their life with that gravity, so they must be happy.
I'm not sure they are. I mean, they're just about climbing out of the gravity.
It
depends on which direction they decide to go.
I mean, a barge is going straight to it, and it's 8k away from you already.
I'm surprised you
They
can
can't be
jump out of
happy.
this.
They're empty. They don't have cargo. How can they be happy? Give them a full load of server rules at least.
Give them a full load of oxygen.
Notifications.
Okay, so jump drive's actually working here. Haste ? Oh, you're hard. There we
I
go.
didn't.
Yeah, that,
I don't think I did a map. Did I do a map of?
yeah, it's Earhart. Yeah, that might be just a thing that you can do anywhere. Maybe.
Quick question regarding Ethelhook. Back in '84, we had the pull command, and instead of just jumping you there, it would pull you through every single gate to that system. With the
Holy shit!
It was amazing. It was the best feature because you could park your ship as far as you got, log in another ship as an admin, and pull yourself to that ship. And it would be just a sightseeing tour through the fastest route that the game decides to put you through.
Sounds jank, but also interesting.
That sounds really jank.
I am
been
trying to
redone
find
a few
it, by the way.
times. I recall that behavior. I think that code's been redone a few times over the years, and it is now just instant. You know, you get undocked, I think, if you adopt, and your system is changed, your position is changed, and that's it. Similar with dot chase. And, yeah. It has been a little buggy from time to time. I think I solved a lot of that.
Hopefully, but probably not exactly.
Oh, I see the other barges hiding by the jump hole. Cowards.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that are better, but few that are perfect.
For those of you who've been away for some time, or just sort of Discovery player of old coming back for the day, Engar is our resident Ethelhook expert right now.
Hello.
Resident wizard.
Yep.
Yeah, resident
the gravity thing, for example, that's him. And like everything else ever is also him, apparently. Like.
I mean, I'm not alone in here, but yeah.
No, I'm just joking. It's just the impossible support joke. Again, because it's funny every time.
It's out there. It's out there. I'd like to think that it's not entirely undeserved.
I mean, what was our server load when we had 100 people shooting? 20 ms? I think it was 20 ms.
Yeah, roughly, yeah.
Bigger
20 to
problem is my
25.
fucking FPS, man.
Yeah, the FPS.
It wasn't pull.
But
It
hey,
wasn't
at
pull,
least,
it was dot chase.
at least you didn't lag.
Well,
I
about
don't
so-
think I don't think the barge can actually make it to the alien structure anymore. It's gone too far.
Yeah,
Close.
it's Gonzo. Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah, he's past the point of no return.
I guess
In case of Bart, that was very early.
Spazzy, yes, pull and chase are sort of linked to each other in that pull moves another player to you, and chase
Oh fuck!
moves you
I
to the other
missed
player.
the structure. I'm falling in.
Dear.
Goodbye,
Oh,
Jamie.
Bye bye. It was nice knowing you all.
I'll live at least. It's alright.
It do be like that sometimes.
I think I know what to ask Aegis. I need to ask him if he misses the old sky blue form theme.
Everybody does. Everybody with a soul does.
I agree.
feel better.
Take me back.
This is a little bit nauseating. Where I've got Titan armor on, it's taking the black hole a while to chew through me, and I'm now at the very center of the black hole, which means I'm just being flung around the center point of gravity.
Oh my god,
I didn't even know that was a thing, but that makes sense. Yeah.
Jamie has seen behind the event horizon. Oh my god, that's a scientific breakthrough. Take pictures, send them back.
I thought it deals some percentage damage, so that would never be an issue.
Now, the percentage damage is still reduced by armor.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a bit intense.
Can you
Yeah, I need
My
to
man
just
is
add a
living
hard
the
cap.
best life.
Yeah, I need to add a hard. I like doing that now.
We've regained our founder.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Yep, hello. We can hear you.
We just have lots of chaos going on.
I'm really sorry, I couldn't even log into Discord, I don't use it frequently.
You're streaming your Discord, Jamie.
Jamie, yep.
That's not right.
Also, I have authentication in Discord right now because I was made admin of some other channel and they required it, so now there are multiple stages.
Two-factor authentication.
Yeah, here we go. It's laggy.
Oh.
Oh, we're not dead yet, Jesus.
What happened in the system?
It's a black hole.
Nature.
Spooky.
Is there a station here?
There are no stations here.
There technically is. I would say there technically is a station.
Oh, but in fact, yeah, there technically is a station. We can go to the station.
This particular system is quite special in that it is an event system.
Well, there is some kind of construction there, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
Let's go to it.
I mean, at the moment it's an event system, but it's going to be quote-unquote open starting tomorrow.
Here we go.
Asterisk.
Nah, I believe in it.
Like, it's more about, it's not going to be a static connection, right? In here.
True.
Just like Earhart is technically not. I mean, Earhart is, there is Alaska, and
It is like the little station has a little zone around it that isn't affected by gravity. It's like a bubble.
Remember that if you overshoot towards the black hole, there is no way back.
Yeah, so.
I mean, other than me doppling you. Which
I mean, heavy caps are already stuck. Like, they cannot leave.
Why, if you go to the black hole, go towards it from behind, not from the side.
Am
or
I just
whatever.
invulnerable? Do I have like a death prevention thing?
It takes very, very long to finish you off. It will kill you though. I did this a couple days ago, or whenever it first opened.
Brilliant.
So,
Let's
okay,
all
so
do the
I
bubble so we can all kill ourselves at once.
I probably missed about this new system. Can you please tell me more about it? Because I didn't figure out what happens in here. Well, there is a black hole, yes, and there is this structure.
Yeah, so the original idea was, if you remember from the vanilla star spheres in Omega 5, 41, and Omega 11, I believe. You could see a black hole on the star spheres. It was like close enough, and we said, why not add it to the game? But we waited to get a high-quality model instead of just putting a black hole with nothing around it, and try to design the whole area around it called the Deep Omegas, which have 5 new systems. And they're all focused around exploration, hazards, rewards, storyline. Yeah, Cracked Planet, for example, you can see on the right of the black hole. And yeah, that's the newest edition this year. Actually, it came out, what, yesterday?
Last week, technically.
Well, yeah, the Deep Omegas came out yesterday.
Yeah.
There's more about to. Oh my god!
What was that?
You see
Did
what?
someone?
Yeah, that's me. It's me
my
being
screen.
funny. Like I'm gonna do it again.
I can't believe Trent's model is up there, Jesus.
Okay, now we're just showing off our funny tricks.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
There's more things we want to show you. I wish we could. There's so many smaller things.
I was gonna say, why aren't we in Earhart yet?
Yeah, like we need to all dive in the black hole for fun, and then we go to Earhart.
Way ahead.
Or alternatively, we just go here, I guess.
Or
But,
Raincast can spawn us a jump hole to your heart from here.
Either or. Both works.
It took several minutes of preparation the first time around.
Okay. Spawning generic jump holes is one of those things we can do these days, but it does take a little bit of prep.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I could try to automate it, but it's a niche use case.
Wow.
Are we all going? I guess we're all going, are we?
Finally, I died. Holy shit.
I just noticed that the tips, like the text tips, are still there. Wow.
Seeing battleships go that fast towards the black hole is something else. I guess
You
the
will
black hole.
accelerate the closer you get.
Ooh. The battleships are schmoving.
I guess be left behind. Oh, there you go. Let's go, I guess.
What is this rotating thing?
That's
some players to find out.
Stuff.
There's a little bit of tree worm,
-50.
to be precise, because tree worm made that. But yeah, that's a story we have yet to tell, basically, what it is, where it's going. Well, it's not going anywhere, but what its role is.
Yeah, the one thing I will say is the event commodities that were a part of the Omega Survivor restart that's been playing over the last couple of days. Hold on to those commodities because those items will be evolving, and they're also your door ticket to future scenarios as a part of this event chain.
You just had to lay on the fear of missing out, didn't you?
Hey, it's
Maybe
a
we can
valid
rerun it
sales
sometime in the
tactic.
future, Jenny.
Hmm?
We can maybe we can rerun this sometime in the future for people who missed it the first time.
Yeah, I mean,
like one thing that might be
I think
fun
we'll get
is
people
just-
other ways in anyway, right? But go on.
Yeah, and like just having things like this as challenge runs where we take off the event commodity but leave the restart in place so people can still do the run if they want to.
Challenge runs? Speed running? Are we going to be in a summoning salt video?
I guess has refused to hear the call of the black hole. I guess Earhart time it is.
And yeah,
what's
this
it for?
alien
I see.
structure in particular shuts off gravity for unknown
Going there
reasons.
going there through Alaska could be funny, but I'm not sure if we're going to live if we try and do the whole route.
Thank God, not one Patriot is invincible somehow.
People are asking if we.
Yeah, Patriot
Tigers to the
MK1
Earhart
is in
as
fact
well.
Yes,
been
that
given
is the plan.
invincibility. Yes.
How exactly are the rest of us making it to Earhart from here? Is there a jam hole next to the big structure, or
No, okay,
Corn, or
give me one. Give me a few minutes.
okay, okay.
In the meantime,
What
I
is
guess
this?
people have been.
Go on. Go on.
Luke?
What? Oh, sorry. People have been asking what you're up to these days. Like, what is life like for you now? You don't have to go into too much detail, obviously, but
Oh,
people are asking
okay.
what life is like now.
So you probably know that I'm from Russia, yes. So
Mm-hmm.
I was living there for my entire life, pretty much. And when the war started with Ukraine in 2022, I left because of the
I see.
dangers associated with that, because I was against the war and wrote and spoke a lot about it. So I moved to Romania. First,
Romania mentioned.
sorry?
Romania mentioned. Don't worry. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to be loud.
He's from Romania.
Please excuse me.
Sorry, who is from Armenia? I didn't
That's
hear
me.
you.
That's me. I didn't mean to be loud about it. I
He's
was
just
too
completely
understood.
ruined everything. Go on.
He got activated.
Okay, I
Carry on,
sometimes
Igus.
don't know who's saying what, so I may need to follow up later. So, okay, I moved to Armenia in March 2022. I lived there since then, pretty much all the time. I moved to Georgia for a while, for like half a year, and then I moved back. Right now, I'm also in Georgia with my notebook and devices for a short trip. I will stay here for about a month, but then I will come back. As for other things, I'm still in game dev mostly. I studied the screenplay writing for a while in Russian University of Cinema Studies. It was from 2014 to 2017. So it's about the time when I quit. And I worked on some television screenplays which never came into fruition, and some movie scripts which also never got anywhere. I did some editing for scripts and things like that. But mostly I was a game designer for a studio named Glue Mobile. We designed various mobile games, and well, back when I quit in about, I guess, 2015, yes, or later, I was still employed there. I was employed there for 13 years. So it's a very, very long time and a large chunk of my life. And well, we basically did various mobile games like shooter games, role-playing games, strategy games, things like that, and mostly action
wow.
games, shooter games. And the last project I worked on there was a zombie survival game, which is still available. It's called Left to Survive. You can look it up if you want. So I basically wrote a storyline for this game and designed some part of it. So if you're interested, you can just take a look. It's now listed under My Games, I think. It changed ownerships a number of times. So our studio in Moscow was part of an American company, and then it was purchased by a company from Cyprus, and then we got purchased by a Russian company. So now it's kind of the games we developed are now in the hands of subsidiaries of Russian companies. It's really complicated and probably not really important right now. In 2019, I quit my job because I was really depressed and demotivated with what I was doing then, and I
We've all been
started.
there, yeah.
I started teaching as a tutor for writing screenplays for games, like writing texts for games. It was mostly in Russian. and this was my first like remote work, and I still did it till like 2023, so not long ago. And in the meantime, since then, like in the last 5 years, there were lots of various projects, games, finished and unfinished. And right now, since May this year, I'm working on some visual novels for a studio named Tsunami. It's like romantic visual novels, things like that. I'm a lead screenplay writer there.
Make a freelancer visual novel.
Sorry?
Make a freelancer visual novel with Trent and Juni. You should do that.
Yeah, it's actually a good idea. I was going to pitch a visual novel about space. Apparently, I cannot use Freelancer IP because we are law-abiding citizens, but there are some games about space now in this genre, and I think they're pretty popular, and we could make another one someday. I hope so. I would like to participate in that, but right now we got other plans, so it won't happen soon. For now, I'm working with themes like Vikings, zombies, zombie novels, mystical novels, historical novels, stuff like that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, that's all. Just
shit.
I was listing what I was working on.
So you've mostly been tied to game development.
Yes.
Are you enjoying the blue system? I guess. And well, it was more like teal, I guess. Give or take.
Where is here yet? Actually, is he?
Is he?
Everyone's just dying in here, man.
Can you tell me a little more about this system, please? Because I probably missed something again.
Sure. I don't think anybody has actually really gone over the history and the lore of this system. This system was made primarily by John, if I recall correctly. He did a lot of programming on these turrets. If I recall, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is kind of the dump system. When we use jump drives and whatnot, if there's a jump drive malfunction, something like that, you end up getting dumped in Earhart. It's
a hyperspace anchor of sorts. Yeah.
And it
Yeah,
has
so
pretty
the,
significant links to lore engagements and whatnot in the actual game. There was a Liberty fleet that was on its way to go fight Gallia, that promptly got lost here. It's where all the ships from the Texas incident or whatever it was that farted out a bunch of radiation into Texas, however many hundreds of years ago. A lot of those ships got farted out here. And all the wrecks that are in the systems have little tidbits of information based on how they ended up here, the state that the ship is in, why they're here.
Yeah, I like to think of Earhart as the debug room for reality. It's like whenever there's a like a buffer overflow with physics in Sirius, like you're in a jump hole, you're in a jump gate, something goes wrong, you get yanked out, and the Earhart pylon grabs you and puts you there in this place where you can't cause any more harm. The problem being, the structure itself and all of the facilities it's connecting to are beginning to wake up. So they've been in a dormant state for eons, and like recent events have been kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, and they've started reactivating.
Spooky.
Yeah, I don't know. Cool.
I may or may not have been cooking in regards to that recently. Just saying.
Well, I know what's cooking, and it's a what's it called? What is that ship? Canaan Unity being griefed by 700,000 DKV turrets. Look at him. What the hell? How is he not dead yet? Nephilim's OP. Remove that ship from the game. There he is. That is gone.
Are these still insta-kill turrets, supposedly? Or did we tone those down?
Sadly, one of the
insta-kill.
limitations of they do a lot of damage, but we learned a limitation, which is that any projectile-based gun cannot have more range than about 15k, because after that range, it works perfectly fine, and it hits you. It's just invisible, so you get hit by invisible projectiles from 15k away, which is a little bit.
Anyone who was
Yeah.
anyone who was here for the Dark Frontier event when the Earhart was revealed, there was just like a Kusari fleet being absolutely decimated from 20k away, and they couldn't even tell what was shooting at them. Just their health bar was disappearing, which was very funny, but not a great experience for the people actually playing it.
I might try and turn them into missiles and see if that fixes it, but that's a stretch goal right now.
Yeah, that I would imagine that the issue is that when they spawn, you're too far away, your scanner doesn't reach them, and that's the only moment when the server makes a check to show a projectile to someone.
Tried, actually. Well, granted, I tried in single player because I was stupid back then and realized that like single player and multiplayer are two different games entirely. But from what I did,
it's an understandable mistake. Like this one is quite understandable.
Infinite scanner range didn't help. I tried to do exactly that, give myself infinite scanner range, and I still got hit by invisible bullets.
There's likely just some sort of cap where the server goes like, hey, if something is that far away, we don't care about communicating it to the other players.
Sounds about right.
A sensible optimization, to be fair. Yeah.
I guess they never expected
Ladies and gents.
28,000. Hello.
Ladies and gents, I need to butt in for just a moment. I need to leave because I need to tow someone because apparently they just bent their conrods for the second time this month. But I'm going to dip out before, rather after asking someone do me a favor and take a look at the listed features we have in something that involves FL Hook, like the gameplay mechanics in terms of how it interacts with guns and cloaks and stuff like that. List them to Iggis, because I'm pretty sure he doesn't know half of these, and see what he thinks about it. Because some of the things you guys done with the mod and FL Hook in general is just amazing.
I am also going to head off because it's getting a bit late here, and yeah, it's been
was a pleasure,
talking to
guys.
everyone. And thank you to everyone who came along. I saw 135 players online at one point.
Goodbye, Carman Syndromes. Goodbye, Storyman Jammy. And did Antonio say he was going to leave?
No, I'm still here. I want to double snack you, but
the Croatian will remain, unfortunately. There you go.
Other questions which I could answer while I'm here?
Do you have questions for us?
There's probably lots of questions for you, but we have to filter them because
questions. Yes.
Yeah.
I do have a single question that I just thought of. Do you still have access to your forum account?
I think my access was restored a few years ago by someone on the admin team, so I know it exists. I'm not sure if I remember the password because I'm one of those people who always forgets passwords. But since it exists and since I'm in touch with you, it's possible to recover it at any point.
Yeah, we can get it sorted.
I think it should be alright.
Just
That
leave
sounds
this,
like the very
leave the
political
rules thread
version
alone.
of I don't
We still
want
use
written word.
I mean, we still use your we have a forum thread that you authored, which is the server rules, and we just edit that all the time. But technically, it's just always Iggis's post that reads the server rules, which is a little bit funny.
Can you beam me, can anyone beam me to that system where we were before that?
Oh, did you die?
Earhart or Fisher, like the black hole or this one?
And the Freelancer hanged. Okay, I'm playing now on a laptop, which is a kind of gaming laptop, but it's not really powerful, so I may have some hardware issues actually. I'm not sure what the current system requirements are, but it's possible.
Should we pull you to Earhart then? So...
The blue system with the scary weapons.
Yes.
Is he online? I'm in there now. I can pull him.
Yeah, do you want to pull now?
Oh yes, right.
Welcome.
This is a kind of graveyard for ships, yes, something like that.
I would not go. I would not go too far forward, or you will be shot by the thing in the middle. As you can see, people are being shot. So careful where you go.
But yeah,
Yeah,
this
just
is
friendly,
the stellar dumping ground for things that go wrong.
Yeah, Jace explained it quite well. Like all the jump gate, jump hole, jump drive errors that have happened in the history of Freelancer, Sirius, whatever, have ended up here because ultimately, based on Freelancer vanilla lore, jump gate technology is dumb Kvarsh alien technology from the aliens, and this is their failsafe, and that's why it's dirty and stinky with lots of scrap metal in there and dark matter.
One way to put it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's also it also serves as a hub, which we're not really showing, but if you fly by the outer ring of gates that surrounds the system, there are daily rotating connections to different systems, some of which are just regular Sirius, or your Keplers and your bearings, just regular systems, and then the others are a group of uncharted systems, which hopefully will expand in the future, but essentially that's currently the main reason you go here. You go into these uncharted systems and you collect resources. I'm not sure how familiar you are with player-owned bases, because I think, when were those introduced exactly? 2011? 2012. Yeah.
I remember the very first week when Corsairs just set up a POB in Cambridge, like 100k above the sun.
All I remember.
2013. And BAF were rapidly looking for it. I thought I found it first, but I was second.
But yeah, no, player-owned bases are basically a way for players to spawn their own solars, which people can dock on, that can buy and sell items, that can produce items, they can hold money, they can have some defense solars around them. There's various little bits of functionality around them.
This firing in the middle, what does that, and what is the purpose?
There's somebody sitting there, otherwise they would be shooting at us.
Okay.
It's a Patriot! What the hell? What a beast!
There's an invincible Patriot in the center of the system.
Oh my god, it's Trent! It's Edison Trent!
Yeah, who's flying that Mark 1 Patriot? Is that a staff ship?
No, I just gave it to him because he was being shot at by people annoyed by his police siren, and I thought it was funny.
Just like entities up.
The idea is that those are mostly just autonomous defenses, right? The turrets themselves.
Yeah, nobody is supposed to be in this system, and those turrets were put here by the funny aliens, so nobody is in the system. So everything gets alive, gets cleansed, Yeah. And yeah.
So once again, we've gone for one of our special event systems in some ways. It's very special. It's not your regular system. It's got a that story behind it. You can't just wander in here one day through ordinary jump gates.
Yeah, that's the short version, yeah.
I just I wanted to talk about POBs, because my first ever experience with POBs was being 12, because I just joined 86, and being used as a mule to ferry goods with my Corsair gunboat to Corsair POB on a jump hole with weapon platforms, which wasn't
Gamma, probably, right?
But yeah, it wasn't Gamma.
Like child labor or what?
Also, yeah, it was child labor. It was, but nobody knew. I lied and told everyone I was like fucking 21 or some shit, because of course you do, because you're a kid online. Of course you're gonna lie, and I didn't realize the ramifications of my actions until later, like a couple years later after I started playing normally, and I was a BHG guy wanting to raid Gamma and getting absolutely pasted by the POB I helped build. And I didn't like POBs for a long time because of that. But now they're based. Now they have mechanics and are good. They are thought out, so they actually kind of work in the
hopefully
game. Finally,
a little bit better in the somewhat near future as we modernize
oh yeah,
them
that also
more. Yep.
Just have to remove new workstations from Arsenal Reveals. That's all we have to do. Just have to.
I think we have to do a little bit more, but
just. Anyways, that's turrets shooting us because the Invincible Patriot has abandoned us. The Messiah of our time has been.
I don't know if Gigas is still in game.
Is he not? Did he crash?
No, he crashed 2, 3, 4 minutes ago.
It's over. Is he still here though? Voice wise.
Recurring thing, I think.
He's
That
the
was-
voice.
I think
Okay.
he was saying something about a notebook that's not working great. I'm wondering if our system requirements these days are up to the old.
Really should have like tried to troubleshoot. Hello, Aegis. Should have tried to troubleshoot Aegis's game before we did the anniversary. I think that would have went better, but. Yep.
Well, I think the reason why I'm being logged out is simply connection issues, but I'm just logging back in from time to time, so the game works fine. It's the connection, I think, which is failing.
Yeah.
I see.
And
I
since
see.
there is some kind of timeout for me to log back in, so I have to wait.
Yes.
I'm not sure if it's possible to shorten it, but...
We can queue manually if we want to.
Where you tell us that you disconnected, we can manually kick you. Or actually, come the thought, we do get a message immediately when the server's infected, so we can kick it then. But yeah, no, I think it's the same old mechanism that was in use when you were around. Basically, we prevent people from F1ing in space or really any sort of disconnection. And really this is intended for like trader pirate encounters so that the pirate still has an opportunity to shoot if the player is disconnected. So
ancient.
When
was it introduced?
That was introduced in about 2008-9 or so. So it was around the time of 8.4, 8.5. It's a very old mechanism, we still use it, it's still relevant to this day. It just happens to be very annoying today. Sorry. Not much we can do about the connection, I'm afraid.
Well, is there anything else we could show our man? Unless he wants to explore the system still.
We can go after some ordinary systems rather than all our special event ones.
Any further
that might not be
questions
difficult.
from the audience? as
Ranzoliner
well?
is in your ship, yes?
Sorry,
what liner?
Ranzoliner is in your ship, yes? I don't remember it.
New to you, very likely.
It's prehistoric to us, but yeah, it's new to you.
What's the newest ship? Haste.
He needs to see the Corsair battlecruiser with the components destroyed. That's what he needs to see.
we did have the console flying around, which is one of the newest. What is the newest?
Good question.
Probably the Longhorn, right? The Longhorn, or maybe the
Are you in fact
Console
have a
Longhorn.
Yep.
Those two, I think.
Most
And there's more
players brought their like, favorite ships here, which are often very old. So
Nowadays,
Like,
there's a lot of focus. Maybe this is interesting to Igis. Maybe it isn't. I think back in your day, you were very limited by the technology of your time in terms of making things like ship components, like the vanilla game has, where you can blow off wings and blow off engines and all that stuff.
Yes.
And of course, so a lot of our models are still these older, big homogeneous blocks, basically, where it's just one big ship. But nowadays, largely because of Treeworm, the credit where credit's due, Treeworm made a whole suite of importing and exporting tools for 3ds Max, which is great and has really given us a lot of tools to work with. So there's a big push, at least for me personally, to try and sort of bring that back, where we have capital ships with components where you can destroy an engine and you can destroy the shield generator. So I think that's sort of cool. We could maybe try and show it off if someone wants to be the sacrificial console. But I personally think that's really cool. I think it's one of those things that the base game was ahead of its time in terms of damage models, right? Like, not a lot of games have that sort of advanced destruction, even now. So it's kind of a shame. I understand why it isn't a thing or why it wasn't a thing for so many years, because it was simply primitive tools. It's a small miracle anything worked at all, I would say, personally. But yeah, nowadays we can do a lot more if we want to and have the time and will.
Hello, Kyron.
We are acquiring more speakers.
Missiles are fixed. Actually. That's a fake.
Yeah, missiles work. The server can handle upwards of 100 players in one system perfectly fine. That's mostly Angar's doing. It's also very cool.
The server can handle them not just being there, but also shooting at each other.
Really quick, actually, Petitioner, your microphone is picking up your keyboard. If you,
sorry.
Yeah, please mute sometimes when you speak. Thank you.
Mute when you speak.
You may type. My bad.
Sorry, that's just funny.
Thank you, Pillow. Excellent.
Polite Romanian.
Real.
Okay, hang on, I'm gonna pull a console on.
Aegis, what was your favorite system?
We can't see, or I can't anyway.
Yeah, you're flashing, but we can't hear you.
Everyone wants us to show him Omicron Major, so...
We could first...
Oh, he's here, he's here, he's here.
Remind me if there was some hotkey to change the view of the ship.
Control
H. Yep. H as well for turret view if you want, and then you...
Turret view.
Oh, yes,
Control V for cockpit.
What are... Do we have default turret zoom keys? Might be kind of relevant as well.
Is it possible to track the ship? No? I don't remember if there was some kind of cockpit view.
He's DC'd, someone kick him manually.
That is control V, yeah.
You can rejoin in. You can rejoin instantly.
Yeah, we've all gotten to kick Aegis from the Discovery server a few times.
That certainly is an experience.
That's something to cross off the bucket list for me, with how long I've been here.
Oh, okay. Since my English is not too good, and since I guess many questions did not go answered or asked, maybe we could start some kind of forum thread in which people could ask those questions if they're interested, because
yeah,
I'm not
that's a good
sure.
idea.
If you want to, sure. Yeah.
That would be nice, yeah.
Okay.
Going for multiple
Put it
days.
in news and announcements if you want.
But does he have an account? Is he able to use his account?
We have been over this. We can recover the account.
Okay, yeah, but does he have it now, so he can actually make the thread? Because if he doesn't, then what's...
do it this second, Philo. Like,
Yeah, so someone
we've
else is
got
doing
game,
it.
we've got Discord, like forums.
Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about news and announcements. Is it a good place for things like that?
Community feedback, actually, maybe.
Mod general discussion. There's a lot.
For anyone else, we probably wouldn't put it in news and announcements, but
Gives it some
it's not every
visibility.
day that you show up, so.
Lanikov just spitting nothing but Gallic propaganda in the chat the entire time.
Where is that? Is that a club on the audience? Oh, I thought, there we go.
He is.
What happened to Galia after all? How did things evolve?
Unfortunately.
Where do we begin?
It is a long story told by a lot of different people. I would also say that's sort of it's the charm of Discovery in a way that it's gotten its twist. Like everyone has given the mod their own touch, I suppose, right? So the whole story of Galia's war and eventual loss of said war was basically told by probably a bunch of different staff teams, really.
Yeah, so in 4.86 or 7, Gallia peaked around 18 systems, 19 maybe, with Artois. And in
Which is more than half the
4.7, they did
vanilla
a bit
game,
of
right?
rework, but it didn't really do much. So I started helping out the lead system in lore dev at the time, which was Echo 7.7, and within like 6 or 7 months managed to somehow become the lead dev of the whole mod. And I was sort of tasked in the whole process of that with like revamping different sectors. And as the testbed, because not a lot of people were there, we did Gallia and shrunk it to, I think, 11 systems. Compacting a lot was there, getting rid of guard systems. And we were trying to flesh out a lot of the factions overall across the mod. Many didn't get a lot of love in the lore, and we were trying to give everyone at least a bone as we could. And so there was a lot done for some factions. We did write off the Gallic Junkers, and we did, let's see, we blew up Maine with a supernova, and I got
Maine
a lot of
remembers.
questions about...
Maine remembers. No, it doesn't.
Yes.
It was fucking useless.
It was a pretty system, but some things had to happen. One thing I did get a lot of questions about was the Normandy rebels, which had locked their own jump gates. I could never answer that because there was no information about what Normandy was supposed to be. I don't know if that's something you can answer, I guess. But yeah, we were just focused on moving things along, both in terms of quality and lore. So Gallia was pressing into Leeds and into... I got a battleship into Cortez at one point. This is all very long ago for me, so I'm trying to recall it all as well.
We call it the Age of Tyrion.
Okay.
What did you do to Leeds?
So...
War crimes.
Yeah, that's
the topic of
war crimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is where Gallia broke its own back. Is it captured planet Leeds functionally? There was the Leeds resistance movement doing their thing. Gallia decided, all right, we need to get rid of the Bretonnians. We need to break their back. So let's push directly into New London. And we ended up with a fantastic battle in the New London atmosphere. It was a special system designed specifically for that set of event battles, pitched battles, etc., etc. And
I think it's
my single best memory of Discovery, of the whole of Discovery. The fight over New London in the atmosphere and the stakes. It was fantastic.
It was, and
it was number one in my 15 years of playing.
Yep. And sadly for the GRN and happily for Liberty and Bretonnia, the GRN were pushed back out of New London and pushed all the way back to Planet Leeds. And it was decided at Planet Leeds, well, if we can't have it, nobody can. And that's when the GRN decided, let's just glass the industrial heart of Bretonnia. Just, I wanted this, and you're not gonna let me have it, so you don't get to have it back. And that right there is what sealed the fate of the GRN. You ended up with a lot of traitors to the GRN refusing to glass an inhabited world that still had Royal Navy troops, Royal Marines, Royal Army, whatever, you name it that was on that planet, it didn't leave. It died. So you had half the GRN just up and left. And then you had the Gallic Royal Enclave, who said, nope, King Charles is the guy. We're going to follow him till he's dead or we're dead. And they went and did their thing they went to Newcastle, they went to Orkney, they went to Roussillon, you name it, they went to different places. And that was functionally the end of the war.
Roleplay-wise, it was a bit of a pivotal moment, because for a lot of months leading up to the Leeds destruction, I had made it a personal mission to portray the Gallic invasion forces as nuanced as I could make it. So not very nuanced, but at least a bit more than the all-out evil mass murderers that they had been roleplayed as before. And then came the Leeds destruction, and my hands were a bit full at finding, like a credible, legit reason for doing this. And the idea was, well, like Jace explained, to effectively, well, you can have it back. Yes, that was the spirit. But it was also to avoid a counterattack from Bretonia and Lipiti into Gallia. So yeah, it was the end of the war and a way for Gallia to survive the next few months after the fall. It was a very
It's also
interesting
just
point of division too.
It's a little bit of a war crime is the only issue, but
Oh,
other than
yes.
that, yeah.
How many billions dead again? I forgot the exact number.
It couldn't have happened to a nicer group of people too.
15
Essentially,
billions.
Gallia is responsible for the most significant in roleplay event in Freelancer Universe's history, which is
The loss of
killing
life.
several billion people on one planet. Yeah.
I mean,
So,
it
and it's
isn't
still recent history here.
it isn't
in terms of,
technically
like,
in
roleplay.
isn't technically in the Freelancer universe like that's where more people die than like ever in humanity's history in Freelancer universe, like just a
I
whole
would think
planet
so.
of people just
Yes.
I think if
there
you
were
look at the
several
living
billion
conditions on Leeds, it was an
Yeah.
act of mercy.
We
Go
did
on.
them a service.
true.
We did them a
But
service. Totally
talking
agree.
about Freelancer lore, the destruction of the Sol system by the Nomads might surpass that, depending
Not
on
that
how
that
many
think
humans
we-
there were.
That's
I think we
canon,
don't
is
consider
it?
we don't consider
we've
the
so-
canon in
we've
Disco,
sort-
I believe. No.
It's
Oh.
sort of always been ambiguous whether or not that was canonical. Like, players have made references to it in their own roleplay and whatnot, but in terms of the actual canon of Sirius, it's never actually come up. It's never been clarified, and I think that that's probably the best way to put it, because Freelancer isn't telling the story of Soul; it's telling the story of Sirius. But
I
in terms
agree.
of things that happened in Sirius, pretty unambiguously, there was never a greater loss of human life than what happened at Leeds.
There was a little
and it-
dev
Also,
in a lot of ways, that would sort of make the royalists unambiguously worse than the nomads. They simply
Really?
killed more people for even less of a reason.
There was a
On the-
lot
on
of
the whole
backlash at this
discussion-
when it came up.
On the whole discussion around whether or not the Nomads killing Soul thing is canonical or not, I vaguely recall we asked this question also to one of the Freelancer.
Yeah, I was going to mention this.
So, okay, so one of the things you won't have been aware of is that in recent years we had an actual person who was on the Freelancer development team, who I think was in charge of sound and audio.
Sound. Yeah, sound
Yeah,
design,
he was-
audio,
he
stuff.
was in
therefore
charge of sound design.
have been involved in the creation of various things. I think would have been including that particular bonus clip from one of the Freelancer bonus DVDs that talks of what sort of refers to the Nomad Destruction as well, right? I don't recall exactly what he has to say about this, but I recall there was shenanigans.
I'm pretty sure he literally mentioned that they didn't consider that canon because it made no sense and it was, I don't know. He also mentioned how spending 20 minutes before you can play the game was a bad idea. So that's part of the reason why I didn't do it.
Yeah,
But
so I think what you're talking about is the fact that it got cut for a few reasons, and one of them is just that that's a crazy long trailer to put at the start. But also, they had this. I think Chris Roberts had this big vision for it that ended up getting cut down. I think as he
Asked away.
As he what? Sorry.
He was kindly yet firmly asked to step away from the project.
Oh yeah, that's how we'll put it. Yes, as that happened, some things got cut from Freelancer's development cycle.
Who was asked to step away?
Chris Roberts.
The Star Citizen guy.
Yep. And
Yeah.
Star Citizen is what happens when you don't tell a guy like that to control himself or piss off.
it is sad though. Like, this comes up every time we talk about Freelancer's history, like how they were so close. So close!
Yeah,
God damn it.
And they still made a pretty cool game though.
They did, yeah, but they were so close to making something generational. Like
It's like one of
Yeah.
those unfinished opera pieces, you know? The guy died before completing it.
Do you ever discuss what happens to Star Citizen? I know you're playing it. No.
I think
I think a really funny anecdote personally I find is that in about 2013 or 2014 there was a forum thread made in the Flood forum basically saying, Discovery, guys, pack it up. It's over. Discovery will end. Nobody will be left playing this because
Oh yes,
next
I
year,
remember.
in 2014, Star Citizen is going to release. So I look back on that a little bit. I'm like, I think you were off by about a decade. I think most people in this community would love to play another cool space sim. Like nobody here, I imagine, would love anything more than a good and fun Star Citizen. It's just that I don't know how many people have hope that it will ever be a finished playable product. But we'll see.
Even if it is, you know, Discovery has sort of it's very much become its own niche. Like even if Star Citizen was finished and perfect and had 1 trillion players 24/7, you know,
would
I
it
feel
replace
like
Discovery for people here?
Yeah.
Maybe not. No.
The thing that you get from it in some ways is going to be fundamentally different from what it is that you can in fact get on Discovery. Maybe it
It's
will
hard
be
to
better,
summarize, but
maybe
I
it
think
will be
it's
worse, but
it's a matter of soul. You know, there will never be a soul in Star Citizen as we know it in Discovery. I mean, the history of the locales, the previous events having taken place, the people. Star Citizen will probably at some point be you know, something commercially viable and good looking and all that you want, but it will never carry the same soul. It's not a passion project anymore.
One interesting thing about Discovery that I think everyone can agree on is that, okay, some people say, what if we did an epic reset and we all start from zero again? But it is pretty cool that this game has a 20-year history, that characters could exist from 2006 in 2025 in this system right now as we speak. And it's just, I think wiping would be a bad idea because I was part of the gang that thought, oh, wiping is a great idea, let's do that, let's play again. But I don't know, the charm of Disco's history is like part of why it's still standing, I think. It's just so unique.
Someone has DM'd
Yeah, I
me
didn't
with
mean that
a hash.
someone
Sorry.
should be playing Star Citizen instead of Discovery. I was interested if anyone was just playing it overall for fun along with Discovery, or maybe you play other space scenes like Elite.
I'm going to be very rude.
People have dipped their toes into Star Citizen, have dipped their toes into... I think Elite Dangerous is a little bit more of a real game compared to Star Citizen. But it has its own flaws, unfortunately.
Elite Dangerous pretends to be Freelancer. Freelancer has this identity to it that like the factions, all that stuff, the history, the lore. Elite Dangerous is like, what if we just made a space sim with like a bunch of randomly generated things and pretended like it's cool and fun?
I mean, it's also Star Citizen and Elite Dangerous both are fundamentally different in that they try very hard to be these
realistic
space sims with long travel time, like super cruising and